Had his back to the play, basically. Now centering kick. And well cut off the run of Burnell. And now they build up Gisberts, Tringove, and then Gisberts again to fall forward, and Green.
They're going to be in a one-on-one situation, and Brad Green's the beneficiary of that in this set play here. Just doubled back, led his man to the ball. Good setup.
Got a pretty good record against the Bombers. He has kicked 5 against them in a match. Straight in front, and the captain kicks the first goal of the night.
Stanton, his mate, gave it across to a teammate in Howe. He's thrown to the ground by Jones, and the umpire decides to ball him up.
Really encouraging sign there for the Demons. 8-1 the tackles. Exactly what
Jarrah, normally a good kick. Jarrah goes wide. Green's got some time. No. Run down. Back it comes. Evans hooks it back to full foot. Sylvia! Got it. Well, he's a goal-kicking midfielder too, and the D's have got the first 2, so they make the early running here. The perfect start.
Smart there from Colin Sylvia. They actually, it's an area of the game they're actually quite strong at. They don't necessarily get the ball inside,
wasn't it?
Yeah, it certainly was. There was the press and then man-on-man behind the play.
So sometimes you're better off just kicking it, aren't you? And getting a contest down the ground and losing it back inside. One goal in the dugout at the moment. No help to them. Nice work, Mckenzie. A little 1-2, comes away with the football, swings it out wide. This should be interesting too. Martin, as I said, a nimble ruckman. Not always the case. Went to Green, Rivers. In defence, Martin again, getting a lot of possessions, I've got to say. Green, Mckenzie, looking for somebody, demands that Rivers came, and Rivers did. Runs along the boundary line, sends it long to half forward. Trengove wants it down in front, goes after his own footy. Scully was dragged down. He was on the assist. Well played by Howe. Gave it across to Jarrah. Now it's with Maloney. 60 metres out. Maloney can go long. What's Woods made of here? Good stuff. Oh, sturdy Woods. He's marked this about 15.
Watch can hold him under the flight. Planted his feet. Did it well.
Then, directly in front. Saw him last week. He was okay the week before. Perhaps the best game I've seen him play, and he's on target here. Good signs. The forward 50. Now they're flooding back, as you can see. It's marked by Stanton. Requires a good kick. That's position A. Ryder stays down. Off hands. Melbourne did well. Getting back there was Rivers. Knows no other way. For McDonald, there's the siren. So it's quarter time. Essendon 3-2-20, grabbing the lead just before quarter time then. And Melbourne 3 straight goals. Flirting with danger too. Essendon coming out. Well done by Watts. Stayed on his feet. Brilliant stuff. Slips a hand pass across to a teammate, Trengove. Maloney. A lot to like about their runners. Maloney finds a way through. Centering kick. I'll be on Fletcher. Jarrah did knock it away. Well done. Sylvia back in the action. Mckenzie. Lost Babette. Jarrah. Now close to the boundary line. Trengove thumps it long towards full forward. Off hands. Loose at the back. Leading in the race is Jones. Running out of space, Jones. Flings it back towards Green. Green kicks a goal. Oh, how about that?
Take your half chance. That's what the good forwards do. And one step. It was really a nice finish.
It was Didac-like in a way, wasn't it?
So he's got Fletcher coming up to meet the football. Stanton, good tackle late on Stanton. Down he went. Jetta comes over the top, and we'll have a ball up. Yeah. Very strong by Howe.
I mean, when you go forward, you want forward to say,
catch the Demons.
Hold him, your free kick.
So Max Gawn, the big guy, to Scully, and then Scully to Watts at full forward. There's a shove out.
Push. Advantage.
And Jarrah gets the goal. So Melbourne get a goal through Jarrah. The free kick to Watts, the advantage play.
Scully with that ability to burst out of the clearance where Melbourne hoped to exploit the lack of joke.
Here's Gawn on the wing. Okay, he kicks it down towards the 50. Well played by Watts. Slips the hand pass away. Spinning out of trouble is Evans. Little chip inside the 50. Melbourne in number down there, at least initially. Myers gets back. Waiting for him was Jetta. Forces Myers back across the line.
They've really crowded their defensive half.
Strauss, good kick, gets it a long way out. Oh, big fly.
Melbourne just chip it around Scully. What a comeback it's been. His career high 39 possessions on Friday night football against the Western Bulldogs last year.
We were here, weren't we? There's 17 possessions in the last quarter, if I can recall. Just an amazing first year.
Yep. That's a good mark by Maloney, stretching out the one mitt and getting it. So they're showing a bit Melbourne. They're sticking around in this. I would imagine this week any Melbourne player worth his salt should have gone out and got a tattoo of a bruise. Don't know much about tattoos, but I reckon bruises would be easy to do. But having said that, they may have spent their money prematurely. Here's Bennell, goes down towards the 50, and the mark is taken by Jarrah. So Jarrah couldn't get the distance, but pops it over the top, and in the pocket, Jetta. Now, he can kick a goal, Jetta. This is not beyond him. He's on the clock, Neville. Trying to get the money back. I'm backing him, Bruce. Jetta comes and misses near side. I'm digging a deep hole. In particular, hand pass to a contest, comes again though, feigns a hand pass, goes outside the 50, Lonergan too long, gone.
Everyone on the ground could see Mckenzie coming, but Lonergan didn't have the rear vision mirror.
No, Mckenzie holding his breath for the last 10 metres of the trip like a librarian.
Run quietly.
Jim Morton runs well here. Gets the ball to about 55. He's going to have a shot, I'd say. Does he time it? No. Green, well done. No. Oh, no mark. I thought he got it.
No.
Bounce. Okay.
Oh, no. So you hit the ground and then you grab it. That's how I saw it, Brad. Thanks, mate.
Well,
there's McVeigh. Melcham came on the lead, bounced off his chest. Scully competes against a couple. Melcham kept coming. Cramry with courage. Hit hard by Rivers. Crumbing from the pair is Watts. Watts drives to the outer side. Oh, Trengo! Half back, drives to half forward on the siren. Terrific first half. Bomb is up, but as I said earlier, they really know they're in a game of football. Melbourne have come out hard. 6-5, 41, 5-4, 34.
not far. Collier high. Frawley Ryder, and good mark coming back by Howe. Down last week against the Blues. In fact, he's missing Jamar, we know that, but he's done well tonight.
Just feel nervous for Melbourne in this environment right now. They like to get the ball free flying like this, play on from their marks, play more on instinct, just get nervous when they have to pinpoint their passes.
Mckenzie doing really well in this quarter. Then Watts. Jetta got down low. Now this is the important kick. He comes back inside and then goes to Jarrah or Jones. Jones has got it. So Melbourne inside 50. It's been played mainly. Had 31 disposals against the Saints a couple of weeks ago in his 100th match. And that one's across the face of goal. Is it a behind? It is. Point there, goal.
To Strauss. He's been okay, Strauss. It'd be nice for Melbourne if they can be competitive tonight, and of course great for Melbourne if they can win, but they need to settle their team down. They've been making a lot of changes. Needs to be stable. Here's Gisberts, drives it along. Green should mark from behind, and he does. Plays on immediately. Scully is on, and Scully is marked directly in front. Will go back, and you would expect him to go very close to
Gawn is playing in the forward line, but they're not going to kick the ball to him. They're almost doing everything to hold on to the ball and set someone else up in their forward 50. I think he's just there as a bit of height deep.
They'd be going to him. Don't worry about that. There's the kick from Scully. What a wonderful kick. He is a brilliant young player.
Well, had a quieter night tonight. Mighty fine player though. Cranberry looking like he's getting busy. He had a poor first half. Right at the target. Well played, Rivers. What a stout defender he is. McDonald to Frawley. To McDonald. They play the centimetres there.
Swings around, goes long down in the Ryder direction. Knocked away. Gee, this kid's playing well. Mckenzie. Yeah, feeds it back inside. Gisberts. So some of the youngsters with a bit of supporting cast tonight, and they're showing a lot better form. Frawley. Scully. Frawley. Out wide. Missed out there by Howe. Hard against the line. Cuts back inside. Scully takes them on. Running out of space. Pulls it across the body. Bounces high. Hooker had to wait. Jarrah got there. Stolen away by Green. Knew where the numbers were. Went back to Jarrah. Now it's with Howe. Howe finds his way through. Gisberts moments ago had it in the defensive goal square. And goes down to Trengove. Wonderful Melbourne. Put it on the highlight reel. Wonderful goal.
This goes to show you've got Trengrove and Scully in their second year. It's just astonishing to think the level of influence they have on the rest of their younger players around. It's staggering. It's the kind of thing you'd expect from a Judd or an Ablett, these sort of players, but to have that level of influence.
Heppel on the left gets a fair bit on it. Monfries, Rivers again did well to make the contest. Burnell tucks it under his arm and kicks it short to be Gawn in the back pocket. And then Gawn's little one to Gisbert's. Jim Stein started with that 37. He'd be pretty happy at the moment. And then the little give to Jones. So no goal for Essendon for a fair while here. And again, Melbourne play a dangerous game. Short to McDonald. McDonald a bit off the outside of the foot. Morton's pace has been interesting tonight. Back to Rivers. Really liked his game. Short to McDonald. That is a nerve-wracking match they're playing, isn't it?
It's interesting, though, that they've got the run of the game, and the Essendon backline haven't squeezed up as much as they have in the past. They're certainly feeling the pinch and less inclined to push up in front of their opponents.
Rivers gave it to Jetta, across to Mckenzie, missed by Watts, swooping on the loose ball. Here's a chance for Howe, sends it down towards full forward. Green stumbles in the square, it saved him. He's kicked a goal. Had he not stumbled, he's got 3. He could have been gone.
A bit of space in their forward line. Green played on. Almost
where they've had problems, Essendon, in this quarter. They just haven't been able to take a mark forward. Frawley, well done. Morton and rather Strauss playing well. Goes back to Burnell. Green with 3 goals for the first time this season. Gisbert's, well, he's a ball magnet, isn't he? And then kicks the ball to half forward. Watts, who's imposing himself a bit. Howe playing well. Evans back to Watts. Important kick. Watts goes to full forward. Got it. Jetta.
It's the classic forward setup when you've got a lead-up player who creates space behind him. Brought up.
The kick was to Green, but
Jetta,
he was backed up. Winning for about 4 years, haven't they, Bruce?
No,
you said pre-game?
Yeah, the last 8 without him. No Hocking, of course. Jetta kicks the goal. Melbourne slip away, the biggest lead of the night.
It's interesting, the decision to substitute Bell Chambers is Essendon saying we need more run.
Is waiting for his teammate across the 50, Hardingham, and he copped a hard one. The ball's gone out of bounds in front of Stanton.
Hasn't he done some fantastic defensive spoiling Rivers on various sides?
The team is only as strong as its reserves.
Is that the only thing, dude?
Probably.
Scully brilliantly done, and then hooking back and getting a good angle. Well, Joe over the back gets his second, and the D's are away.
Jones to keep the ball inside the forward 50 was exactly what Dean Bailey would be after, and Scully's class around the stop is just a real round.
Goes to Maloney, just shrugs off a tackle, sends it up towards the wing. The mark is taken by Howe. He's looked okay too, putting it into the path of Evans. Evans takes the mark. Like this boy. That's a nice kick. Going back with a flight of it, Gisbert's. This is all Melbourne.
Harder working into the space.
So if Essendon lose tonight, they're going to find themselves right in a huge logjam in the middle of the table. And so much of their early season good work could be undone. This kick hangs out to the right, so they get down there so much in this quarter.
That competitive marking, contested mark. So Fletcher with a long ball. Hill stuck his backside out. Jones, well played by Nicholson, the sub, wobbly. Jarrett did a good job, actually. Brought it down as a goal, I think it is. And the goal comes to Howe. Jumping Jeremy.
In the forward 50, Melbourne 11 inside 50s for 6 goals this quarter. So their ability to score from their forward flows. Great contest then by Jarrett.
That's going back with courage down there was Hooker. Trengove was the target. He flew, couldn't control it. Driven out of there by Collier. Going back with courage is Morton. Got a hand to it. Oh, brilliantly done, Burnell. As clean as you like. Just picked the pocket of Jetta. Comes across to Maloney. Look at the Demons go. Frawley's got it. Kicks it out wide, and the mark is taken here by Jones. He's right on the wing. This is exciting stuff. This is the Melbourne I think we thought we'd see coming into this season. And some of the old boys are back, and suddenly they're looking terrific. Evans Looks like he's played 100 games inside the forward 50. Green.
The D's do keep it to no goals, and they've put themselves in a winning position. All for the golden boy and his team to do now. So in three-quarter time here on Friday night footy, Melbourne lead it by 72 to 42. But at the moment, the D's lead by 5 goals in the big Friday night match at the MCG. And an upset brewing here. And then kicks the ball to about 40 metres. Green and Fletcher. Lovett, Murray. Gawn. Back it comes. Myers. Little kick away. Doesn't go far from Hibbert. Mckenzie waits for it to Jara. And then Jara goes for goal. He has just missed. Jara hasn't.
He just looked like early in the game he wasn't sure whether to go for the footy or not. He's been a lot more positive as the game's gone on.
Jones has had no trouble going for the footy.
No, he's always going to be going at it.
And that's Cranberry's got the football. Cranberry about 55 metres out. On the move is Hill. But Rivers has
coughs it up. Bennell down low. One bounce. He's got Green outside of him. Does he get it to his captain? He's 48 metres out. And he misses.
Played it really well. Drew Fletcher in the whole time. Had both options to flick it over or go himself. Chose to go himself.
So Frawley back across the ground to McDonald. McDonald can run here and draw the player to him. He's got Jones and he's going to come back inside and find Maloney. And then Maloney quickly on. Morton. I think he's held it. He has. That's a good mark. So Morton, 55, 60 metres out. Jarrah's in the goal square. He wants it in long and high. I think Morton's going to go and kick to Jarrah. Big fly and Green. Yes! He's kicked 4. That's soccer coming to the fore again.
Good set up there by Morton it was, and then Jarrah launching at the ball and Green kicking the goal. Great reaction here from the coach. Brad Green said talk is cheap during the week. It's all about action, so he's lifted his rate.
Monfries belts at the half forward. Lovely mark. Is that McDonald?
Yeah, he's been really good, hasn't he, in this last quarter. Essendon had the 3 players in there if McDonald hadn't taken the mark, but good, strong mark.
That's a slow old kick. Watts. Oh!
Essendon forward, but he's prepared to push back as a designated forward for Melbourne.
Peter Knights would have been thrilled with that one.
Yeah, no, it was a nice grab, nice leap. Great. He's got strong hands.
Forward, trying to knock it on was Cranberry. Well played there, though. A hand pass flipped across by Nicholson, the sub. Kick comes down a half forward. Howe gets it across to Maloney. Maloney about 60 metres out. Melbourne in best position. And the big guy.
It's good puck.
It was.
Of the game, but they haven't really kicked the ball at him. But in this last quarter, when the ball's gone to him, he's taken that mark on the ankle, and that was a good, strong one.
He kicks this, you would assume he's the man with the right aim. That should just about seal Essendon's fate. Whoa, he's got it to go at right angles. Well, almost. Now 68, 83.
It's a big miss, isn't it?
Thanks, Ben.
Is where you wouldn't necessarily kick it too quick, kick it long and deep, kick it long and wide.
He's done just that. Jarrah, brilliant.
Into the forward pocket. It's a sort of slightly narrow shot at goal.
They find their targets early in the match, and they found them in the end, didn't they?
In the end.
They found some marking targets forward, and Jarrah is one of them. He's had a lot of shots on goal in the end. This will top off a pretty good night. He's kicked 3. That's a good return.
It's a nice feeling when one sails over the goal umpire's head.
Only did it 12 times.
Full forward. Hardingham was up, comes to Green, got boot to ball. Bennell dragged along, Jenner open goal, and just one more.
I think he's been just exceptional. Certainly Hardingham's decision to punch rather than mark when he could have jumped at the footy.
Good handball by Bennell, wasn't it, on the up?
It's really been a game of confidence when the Melbourne players have got their confidence up, doing all the things right, and conversely, Essendon, you see Hardingham, when your team's playing well, you just pluck them all day.
I think Bennell and Jenner, their speed has really actually topped off Melbourne's. They've won the ball pretty well, but I think those two have been the leaders in the pressuring of Essendon with the footy.
So a couple of sequences keep going for them. They haven't won in their last 8 matches here at the MCG, so The Watson one, the critical one. Tringo's been fantastic. Martin, arguably best man on the ground. Maloney running hard. 2, 3, gets to 55, loads up, goes long. Talk about exclamation mark.
He took him on Maloney, didn't he? Heppels couldn't pick him up, ran to the 50, took it on. It's a lovely finish.
Well, just a few minutes ago, talking about the possibility of a Bomber comeback, and now, in fact, Melbourne have won this last. Finishes up with the football. Dean Bailey strides onto the MCG. Well, something special from Melbourne tonight. Sing a song that they haven't sung for a little while. That grand old flag, well, it's flying very bravely over this ground tonight. They certainly enjoyed that, didn't they? There's the coach in amongst his players. And that was one of the best renditions for a long time of the grand old flag. 33 points the margin then. The Demons get home easily in the end. 15-11-101 to 10-8-68. Brad Green, the captain, got 4 goals. Gisbert's 30 possessions. So many things fell into place tonight.